for much of the history of the people of Israel, it seems like things didn't really turn out for them in the way that they were hoping. They frequently had cause for complaint before God, and they didn't hold back their complaints. They were quite happy to let God know that they felt a bit hard done by. It was almost as if they'd been given these really incredible promises, and yet their reality constantly appeared to fall short of the expectation that those promises had fostered within them. And so it's not surprising that when we get to the book of the prophet Malachi, at the end of the Hebrew scriptures, or at least as it is in our version, and Malachi says, and that's in the passage Malachi 3 verses 1 to 4. Have a look at those. And in it, Malachi announces that the Lord that the people are seeking will suddenly come to his temple. And you might think that, well, that's good news. That's great, isn't it? The very one they've been seeking, the one that they said has abandoned them, the one that they've been complaining about because he never shows up, he's going to turn up. He's going to be at the temple where he's supposed to be, because that's, his house and all that. And Malachi wants to say to them, yeah, but are you really ready for that? Because you think you are, but Malachi clearly does not think that the people are as ready as the people think they are. And so what he does is he says he's going to come, but he'll be more like a refiner's fire, or the fuller's soap, the one who washes the laundry and gets all the dirt out. Is that the kind of relationship or interaction you're anticipating when it comes to God showing up to you and for you? Because it's really easy for us to make assumptions regarding God being on our side. Like, some people find that easy. Other people actually find it easier to assume God's against them. That's probably got a lot to do with our early childhood experiences or relationship with key caregivers or something. I don't know exactly, and maybe it's different for each person. But for many of the most zealous and religious, the ones that do make the claim that they are earnestly seeking God and longing for God to show up and do what God should do, there's often a built-in assumption, unspoken and unacknowledged, and perhaps not identified by the person himself, but an assumption nonetheless, that God is on our side. Not just on our side, but God is actually an extension of our will and agenda, and will achieve the purposes that we want to achieve. And Malachi is kind of saying, don't be too fast in assuming that, because it could just be that the God whom you seek has still more work to do on you. That's going to feel a lot more like God is refining you and sorting out your heart. And that appears to be Malachi's warning. Certainly seek the Lord. Have a desire that he would come to you in the temple, but are you ready? Are you ready for the Lord to show up? And that's a good challenge for us, I reckon, as we go into this Advent season and we anticipate celebrating the birth of Christ. Are we ready? Like, we think we are. We think we desire it. We think we want God to be close. But do we really understand what that means? We're going to talk about that at Mustard Seed. We've just had a marvellous Sunday in which Rev Robin Davies led us through Holy Communion again, and we shared, many of us, with the Peoik bread rolls. Gosh, that bread roll is good. I mean, I know for us it's the Holy Communion bread roll, and one shouldn't be talking culinary issues when one is discussing religious issues, but oh my goodness, those bread rolls are good. And with that Grant Burge Tawny Port, breakfast port. Oh, I know I sound like an alcoholic. Really, I'm not, but that's what you'd expect an alcoholic to say. Yeah, anyway. It was a great service. Lovely to be singing together. Lovely to have such a wonderful community to be part of. And we'd love you to join us there too. So, come on Sunday. Come by via Zoom if you're not ready to come in person, but come in person if you are ready, because it's great to see real faces and to be in each other's company. I think next week we are doing gingerbread houses after church. If you've booked in with Jen, it may not be too late, although theoretically it is, but she's so gracious, even if frustrated at times. Oh, just going into the echo chamber. Yeah. And don't forget, we've got the camels coming on Friday, the 17th of December, to celebrate the Nativity. And we'd love you to be on the Quarry Green at that time. It's a 6:30 festivities kind of are happening, with the Rotary doing the sausage sizzle and the gelato, and formal things kick off at 7. It'll all be done by about 7:30, quarter to 8. So don't blink, but do come. God bless. It's a great time to remember our King is coming. Are you ready? See you soon.